you were to give us a touching story. And I, first of all, want to congratulate you on your attire. You had a very easygoing storytelling type, the hat and your shirt, and it made it, you know, easy to think that we were around the campfire kind of thing. And the other thing I liked, because is making your jail. That was kind of cute in a way of, okay, I'm only going to stay in this space right here. So, one of the things that got missed between the Toastmaster and me, you didn't give us the title, and I don't know if that was major or not. I mean, you just, you had just said that one of the objectives were, but there was no title given at the beginning of the thing, and that usually clues you into what the story is going to be about. That's just one thing I noted. You have a very soft voice. I don't. I can speak very loud and people can hear me. We know this. When you're storytelling, you learned in the basic manual, you want vocal variety. You want your highs and your lows so that people can hear you. Because your voice was so even modulated, it was a little hard to hear. So speak up. I always say that to certain people, and put emphasis on what you're going to be talking about. They asked in this touching story, what emotions did the speaker give us? A sense of wonder was the thing. I wasn't exactly sure what you initially were talking about between the male and the female and all of that, but I enjoy learning about mythology, and when you were talking about the various gods and goddesses, I figured this had to do with that, and finally got the main character, who was Socrates. But because your voice was so low, you really didn't have that much dialogue in there. I realized you came to the end because you were finally emphatic about part of your story and how humanity got to be the way that we are now. But if you redo this story or anything else like that, do it with different kind of emphasis. Some of the other storytellers tonight, you could hear the difference. And I'm thinking in this case about Kathy. Kathy had a real good point, and she came through very clearly. I needed to find a point, but I enjoyed it, and you might want to repeat this and do a touching story again, Mr. General Evaluator.